Master of the United Grand Lodge of England.
His Royal Highness was proposed into Freemasonry by the then Grand Master, the Earl of Scarborough.
He was initiated into Royal Alpha Lodge number 16, an advocate for the craft all over the world, continuing 3 centuries of distinguished royal tradition at the very heart of English Freemasonry.
To order, brethren, to receive the most worshipful, the Grand Master.
As permanent master of these 3 lodges, I now call on my deputy masters.
Most worshipful Grand Master.
Most worshipful Grand Master.
Most worshipful Grand Master.
Most worshipful Grand Master, I humbly ask you to complete the initiation of this worthy candidate for Freemasonry.
Adorn our ceremonies and forever remind us of our incomparable heritage, the birth of organized Freemasonry, stressing the deep and sincere loyalty and affection felt by the Brethren of the United Grand Lodge of England for their Grand Master.
I had the pleasure of meeting 136 Grand Masters visiting from overseas at Freemasons Hall yesterday. Today, though, we are a meeting of more than 4,000 gathered from all around the world, from our own constitution and beyond. When the global Masonic family comes together to celebrate our past and to renew our own pride and confidence in and enthusiasm for Freemasonry.
I hereby read the text of a letter sent today to Buckingham Palace. May it please your Majesty, we, the representatives of over 200,000 Freemasons under the United Grand Lodge of England, most respectfully express our continuing loyalty to your Majesty's throne and person in this, the 66th year of your long and distinguished reign. His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent, as our much-loved and greatly respected Grand Master. We humbly thank God for preserving our order and fervently pray his blessings on your Majesty, so that our loyal devotion to your Majesty may long continue. Given at the Royal Albert Hall this 31st day of October, Anno Domini 2017. Her Majesty has been pleased to reply in the following terms. The Queen has asked me to thank you.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp in Trinidad with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai. First and foremost, call Alayam La Alahayanawa Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Rakaha Kodash Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahushai Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahushai Barakatah Yahweh Barakatah Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth throughout the 4 corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites, who looks like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akoats. The name of this lesson: these are they who prosper in wickedness. Alright? As we saw the clip with these elites, alright, these Edomites, these elites, the ones that run this world, the ones that rule this world, alright, we see them there in their wickedness. You know, we see them there practicing their wickedness. you know, with their lodgery and their Freemasonry and all these stuff. Alright, because these things is wickedness at its height. Alright? These things are wickedness at its height. This is why, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Let me see if I could get that scripture. Let me see. This is I'm gonna go to Psalms 137. Let me try and get straight into it one time. Psalms 137 and I think it's 7. Alright, yes, Psalms 137 and 7. It reads, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. Alright, which is who? These group of people we just saw there. Alright, along with the rest of people. Alright, these low-level Edomites. Alright, the everyday average Joe Edomite. You know? Your Chili Bob and your Billy Bob and what have you. Alright? And your Karens and what have you. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon. Alright, O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Alright, so the point what I'm making here is that this is the reason why, alright, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai label them, alright, rightfully so, justifiably so, as the daughter of Babylon, because they have taken all the traits and all the wickedness and all the sorceries and all these things, okay, all these things they have taken from Babylon and have perfected it to the point it has them in the position that they are right now. Alright, although it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, alright, he put them there because when you go to Daniel 4 and I think it's 17, Daniel 4 and let me see 17. Yes, Daniel 4 and 17, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men. Alright, these people are the basis of men, and these people, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Alright, so these people run the world, and they run the world in wickedness. But as we read in the first scripture, alright, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Alright, but these people vaunt in their wisdom. They boast in their wisdom. But the wisdom of what? The wisdom of witchcraft, the wisdom of sorcery, high-level sorcery. Alright? This is what they boast in. This is what they thrive in. Alright? Leviticus 19 and 22. Leviticus 19 and 22, it reads, it's 22? Not 22 at all. Let me see 20. No. Oh, Lordy. 31 Salakia, Leviticus 19 and 31, right. Alright, Leviticus 19:31, it reads, regard them not that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your power. Alright? And you know, we as the children of Israel, because a lot of our people, especially the so-called black woman, you know, they look up to the so-called white man as gods. Alright, they worship the so-called white man, they look up to the so-called white man, they reverence the so-called white man because of the power seed, the power structure that they hold. Alright? But the thing is, these people, alright, they got their riches and all these things, alright, by the means of wickedness, by the means of sorcery. Alright? This is what these people do on an everyday business. Alright, this is how they live. Alright, this is how they rule this world. Alright, all the troubles and all these things that is going about in this world and what have you, all right, all the wickedness, it starts with these people, all right. And this is one of the main reasons why America is going to be destroyed, because America, which is the central hub, all right, which is Babylon the Great, and the central hub of all of every unclean spirit, all right, this is what they promote on a high level, all right. This is what they promote on a very high level, all right. Leviticus 20 and 27. Leviticus 20 and 27. A man also or woman that hath a familiar spirit, all right, or that is a wizard, surely shall be put to death. They shall stone them with stones, their blood shall be upon them. Because the scripture says, suffer not a witch to live. All right. And this is why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to bring judgment upon them. All right. This is why, because they are the wicked, and this is what they promote upon the face of the earth. All right. But at the end of the day too, you know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is doing this to show us the hopeful elect of how we not ought to be. All right. He's given us a lesson on the both sides. All right, because Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, he's the controller of all spirits. All right, when you go to Sirach 32, see Sirach 32. Let's start from 20, I think. No, not 32. I must see 33. Let me see something. Just bear with me. I'm not going to the hard copy quick. Yeah, it's Sirach 33, but I went a bit too far. I went down too far. Sirach 33, and I will start from 13. No, I will start from 11. I will start from 10. Sirach 33 and 10. All men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse. All right. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself. All right. Which is the children of Israel, who he set near himself. All right. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places, which is who? Esau, Edom. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. All right. This is just to show you there is no such thing as free will, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has made these people so, because at the end of the day he's a God of balance. All right. So look upon all the works. No. Verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and these are two and two, one against another. All right? One against another. All right? This is what it is here. All right? This is what it is here. I'm going to go up. All right? Yeah, so you have it here as so Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the controller, all right, and the Lord of all spirits. All right, so he made them to be the wicked. All right, and they perfected that wickedness to the highest order. That's why they are the daughter of Babylon. The same way how Babylon and also Yahweh Hashem Yahushua liken them unto what? Egypt. The same way how these hidden nations had their warlocks and their priests and whatnot on the left hand side is the same thing with these Edomites. Alright, let's go to Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2. Alright, and I'll start at verse 1. Alright. So let's bear with me here. But these is ones I just had to make sure, you know. Alright, Daniel chapter 2 and 1. In the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, alright, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherein his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to shew the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. All right. The Chaldeans was the priests. They were a bunch of Hamites, you know, Ethiopians. All right. They were men of high degree. They were men of high degree within sorcery and what have you. All right. These men know how to conjure up spirits and raise spirits and what have you. Okay. Then the king commanded the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to shew the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit was troubled to know the dream. All right. Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac, O king, live forever. Tell us thy servants the dream, and we will shew the interpretation. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me. All right, you forget the dream. If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. Now this is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai actually put the spirit upon Nebuchadnezzar to say that to these men who say they soothsayers and what have you, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he's the ultimate soothsayer. Alright? He's the ultimate divinator. Alright? But if you show the dream and the interpretation thereof, you shall receive of me gifts and reward and great honor. Therefore, show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. Alright? So this is the point here we going at, you know. The point what I'm making is the same way how the ancient Babylon even go back all to these ancient Egyptians and what have you. Okay? This is what they were partaking in. This is what they had. They had their priests and whatnot. Alright, on the left hand side. Alright? The prophets and the Levitical priesthood and whatnot is the priesthood of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai on the right hand side. Alright? But these men who are the opposite, they are the priests and what have you of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai also. But it's on the left hand side. Alright? Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai speaks of what? A just balance. Alright? A false balance is an abomination unto him. Okay? So, to prove even more, let's go to Exodus. Exodus 7. I think I will start at 10. Let me see. I will start from verse 8. Exodus 11 and 8. Alright, and the Lord spake unto Moses. Exodus 7 and 8, Salakia, Exodus 7 and 8. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, shew a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord had commanded, and Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh, and his servants, and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner with their enchantments. Alright? With their enchantments. Alright? For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents, but Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods. Alright? So it's the same thing with these elites. these elites, right? These elites, these DuPonts and Oppenheimers and Rockefellers and Rothschilds, all right? These people, okay, they have their sorcerers and what have you, all right, to foretell the future for them, all right, to even cast enchantments upon Jake, so that Jake could continue to go against Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, to continue to rebel, all right, useful for lesser terms, how you would say it, all right, I'm going down to verse 22, Exodus 7 and 22, on the magicians of Egypt. Let me see. I will read from 20. Alright? And Moses and Aaron did so as the Lord commanded, and he lifted up the rod and smote the waters. Alright? And that were in the river, in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned blood. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank, and the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river, and there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart, right? And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, neither did he hearken unto them as the Lord had said. All right. So, as you could see, all right, the same way how ancient Babylon, ancient Egypt, and what have you, had their way, their sorcery, you know, and all their enchantments and what have you, is the same thing. It's the same thing with Esau Edom, all right, with the upper echelon, the elites of Esau Edom, because this is how they prosper. All right, this is how they prosper. That's why the scriptures say what? Envy not the oppressor, and learn not none of his ways. All right, because what the oppressor deals with, with heavily in witchcraft on the left hand side. All right, they deal very heavily on the left hand side with wickedness. All right, when they go to that's why when you go to Ezekiel 28, Ezekiel 28 and 17. All right, Ezekiel 28 and 17. All right, it reads, I'll start from 17. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. All right? All right, because, hey, Esau Edom, they rule ever since they came back into power during the Renaissance. All right? That's what, the 1300s. All right? Becoming almost to full thousand year, the 1200s, 1300s. All right? Where they really started coming into fruition. All right? They have been ruling with utter wickedness, all right, with their sorceries and what have you. Okay, the Illuminati came about on the scene in a very fledgling manner, and the 1700s, all right, to say around the 1700s, all right. So that with that, and they haven't been judged, all right, they haven't been brought down. It lifted up their hearts, it lifted up their mind, you know, to the point where they have that godlike complex. All right? To the point now the sorceries even being more bold through the pharmakia, right, which is the pharmaceuticals, you know, and the technology, which is a major part in their sorcery, their technology. All right, where they want to link man to machine and all this stuff. All right, I ain't taking the video yet, but you know, brothers making videos concerning These people are making reproductive robots. All right. These people are splicing genes with animals. All right. And what have you, and forming up new beasts upon the face of the earth. All right, so within them they think that they could procreate life and what have you, and they could alter the genetics and the genetical makeup of a human or animal or whatever it may be, plants, what have you. All right. To say that they could do it better than Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai. This is the level of sorcery that this is the level of wickedness that these people, that it puffed them up to the height that they are now. All right. So verse 28 it reads, "Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty; thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness." All right. I will go to Ezekiel 14 to link this up just now. "I will cast thee to the ground, I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities, by thy iniquity of thy traffic," all right, through the slave trade and what have you, all right, because they did all the sorceries and all that to get through with us. And when I say with us, I mean to get through in enslaving us. All right, don't get twisted. They make sure and did all the wickedness and the enchantments and whatnot. All right, to get through with enslaving us, and on top of that, to keep us in a mental slavery, especially with their false religious structure. All right. This level of sorcery by the so-called white man, Esau Edom, is on a high level, on a very high level that the average Joe wouldn't be able to fathom it. All right, because they have been blinded. All right, 2/3 of our people have been blinded by the level of sorcery and enchantments of Esau Edom. All right. So continuing, "Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee, and it shall devour thee," which is what? Thermal nuclear fire. All right. "And I will bring thee to the ashes upon the earth in the sight of them, or in the sight of all them that behold thee. All they that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shall thou be any more." All right, so let's link this to Isaiah 14. All right, because it's a similar thing in Isaiah 14 and 11. All right, it reads, I could go more into it, but I will just read from 11. All right, yeah. Isaiah 14:11, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and thy noise as the vials. That the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee," which is what? A decayed state. All right, because America, Babylon the Great, is decaying right now. All right, Yahweh Shai is chipping away every single day. All right, the strength and the magnificency and what have you, magnificency, however the word is go, of Babylon the Great and what they stands for and what have you. All right. Continuing, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?" All right. Which goes back to the same Ezekiel 28 where it speaks about the brightness. Let me see if I can get it back. Ezekiel 28, and I think it was 18. Let me see. No, 17, all right, where it says, "Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty, thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by the reason of thy brightness." All right. A matter of fact, let me go to the blue letter for this. Let me go to the blue letter for this. Let me see something here. Ezekiel 28. and 17. Alright. Alright, it goes splendor, brightness, shining. Oh, chocolate. Sorry about that.
Strong's H 3314. If
Alright, splendor, brightness, shining. Alright, cause to shine, to shine forth, to send out beams. Alright, to shine forth out. Right, this is when I go into more into the etymology. Cause to shine, to send out. What is that? Let's go back now. Alright, to shine out and to shine out beams and what have you, right? To shine, right? Good. Let's go to Isaiah now. Let's go back to the Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 11. No, verse 12, Salakia. Alright? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Alright? So let's now go to the word Lucifer.
Strong's H 1966. Haleo.
Woohoo! Alright. Before I even go to the word here, if you notice the root word etymology with that line there, the root word etymology, let me be a thing here, root word etymology, in sense of brightness, they gave the Strong's H 1984. Let me see something. Let me see something here. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. I don't know. No. Different thing here. Alright. But let me see something again. No. But as you see, but it still say in sense of brightness, right? Alright, so going back. What the hell? Right, Isaiah 14, right? So we're going back. Alright. So, come on, man, don't do me that. Alright. Alright. In sense of brightness, right? Lucifer, light bearer, shining one, morning star. Alright. King of Babylon and Satan. Alright. Figuratively, because they are the physical counterpart of Satan, these elites. Alright? Hallel describing the king of Babylon, which is not actually Biden. Alright, although he's just the face. He's just the face. Alright, but the real kings of Babylon is the elites. Alright? Bear with me here. Alright? Alright. When I go down to the alright, so yeah. So let me do something here. Let me see something here. So light bearer, shining one. As we oh shucks, sorry. To shine figuratively of Yahweh's favor, to flash forth light, to praise, to boast, be boastful, to be boastful ones, boasters. Alright, to boast, to make a boast, to be praised, to be made praiseworthy. Alright, because the people, alright, praise a lot of our people, well, the whole world. I'm going to take my time. The whole world, alright, they worship the so-called white man. Alright, because he's a great deceiver. Alright, he deceived the whole world because, hey, these people are enlightened. When it talks about enlightened, alright, light bearer or what not, right? The Lucifer light bearer, they are what? They are illuminated. This is talking about the Illuminati, to be exact. Alright? Because these people are the light bearers, but light bearers on the left hand side, because they are what? They are illuminated with they are illuminated with knowledge on the left hand side. Alright? Light, with light it help it to see. Alright? Light is something to help it to find your way. Alright? To when you see someone with the light with a torchlight in your hand, you're moving through a valley, a alleyway or something that is void of light, that is of bare darkness, and someone who you're with, alright, who you're in presence with, have that torchlight, what you will do, you will follow them. Alright? It's the same thing with these people. These people, alright, they rule the world. Alright? They have that light. They rule the world with the light, with the illuminated light on the left hand side, and the people follow. Yeah? The people follow. Okay? And that's why the scripture says the whole world wandereth after the beast. Because the beast is pushing forth a light of deception. And the people is being deceived by that light. Okay? The people is being deceived by that light. That's why Yahweh Hashem Yahushua says what? Go back to the scripture. Alright? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer of the morning, son of the morning? Alright? People will think that is this talking about Satan. No. This is talking about the Illuminati. This is talking about the elites. Alright? This is talking about these people here. This is talking about these people here. The chief house of Esau Edom. Alright? The bloodlines of the Illuminati. Alright? These people here, Isaiah 14 and 12 is speaking about. Alright? The Astor bloodline, the Bundy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPont bloodline, the Freeman bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline. Alright? The Onassis bloodline, the Rockefeller bloodline, the Rothschild bloodline, the Russell bloodline. Alright? The Van Dyne or Van Dunn bloodline, and number 13, alright, the Merovingian, alright, the Merovingian bloodline. Okay? These people here, this is what Isaiah is speaking about here in chapter 14 verse 20. Alright? So verse 14, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars, which is who? Over the children of Israel. Alright? I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, which is what? North America. Alright? I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Right? Because why? They have that God complex about them. Okay? Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Alright? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to bring them down. How? By thermal nuclear fire. Alright? Their new world order and what they want to achieve is going to come to naught. Alright? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to give them the illusion. He's going to make them reach to a point where they think, you know, it is going to be fully well accomplished. Alright? And then he's going to give them the big okie doke. He's going to bring them down. Okay? Right? These people here, let's go to Isaiah 47. I could come out of that. I don't need to stick here with that. A matter of fact, yeah. No, I don't need it. I don't need it. For time's sake and all to Isaiah 47. Alright, from 7. It reads, I will start from verse 6, Isaiah 47 and 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. I have given them into thine hand thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou very, very heavily laid the yoke, which is what? Slavery. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua put us into your hands, but hey, you never showed us no mercy. Okay? They will never reverence the young nor show no mercy to the old. Alright, roughly paraphrasing, verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Alright, all these things that you've done over the centuries, alright, you thought, well, hey, you will continue and continue and continue because, hey, you consider yourself a god. A matter of fact, not just a god, but you consider yourself above the Most High God. Alright? Therefore, hear now this. Thou art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am and none else besides me. Right? Isaiah 45:7. I am the Lord thy God, and there is none else besides me. And this is the mindset that these people who are now show their doubt, right? These are the people, all right, that hold themselves into that regard. All right? Okay? Thou sayest that thou sayest in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall now sit as a widow. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Because these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries. All right? For the multitude of thy sorceries. This is what these people dealing heavy. Back then, and this is the thing, you know, with the secret societies and all these things, you know, these lodges and whatnot, Freemasonry. Back then, because that is what that was the main thing to help them prosper. All right? Not just the sorceries and whatnot, but the secrecy of it. But you see now, the thing is, they know that they do not have much time, and we live in a time now where prophecy is being fulfilled concerning pertaining to Jeremiah 49:10, where Yahweh Hashem Yahushai says he's going to expose them. Alright? He's going to expose them, you know. So now what is left for them, that they don't care anymore, they're bringing it out into the light. And letting us see, letting the whole world see and know what they really is about. They don't care no more, because in their mind, they think that no matter what, they are going to win. Alright, this is the illusion that these people has, that they are going to win. Alright, so it says, alright, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection. Alright, when you think everything is going to come to its perfection with your new world order. For the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. A big part of that great abundance of thy enchantment, it pertains to your media. Alright, it pertains to your media, because the word media comes from the word medium. Alright, when you go on and research the word medium, I hope I spell it correct here. Medium, I hope I spell it correct. No, I don't think I spelled this one correct, you know. Alright, Medium is an open platform where readers find dynamic thinking. Okay, you could use this also to dynamic thinking, where expert and undiscovered voices can share their writing on any topic. Alright, dynamic thinking, the think tanks and what have you. Alright, also the priest on the left hand side. Alright, because why? The priest enlighten with dynamic thinking, alright, in wickedness, to offer them advice on how to go about their wickedness. Alright, but let me spell You must see something. I'd wonder if I put an A in it, if I will get. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. No, it didn't give him nothing here. Alright. Alright. So let's come out of that. I waste enough time on that. Alright. I waste enough time on that. Alright. Continuing, verse 10, Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it had perverted thee. And thou said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore evil shall come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Verse 12, stand now with thine enchantments, and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly procrastinators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Alright? This is it here. This is the situation here, man. This is the situation here. Alright? This is the situation here. So let's go to Micah 5 and 11. About 3 more scriptures. Micah 5 and 11. It reads what? Micah 5 and 11, it reads, and I will cut off the cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds, and I will cut off witchcraft out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the works of thy hand. Alright? Micah 3 and 7. Then shall the seers be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Alright? Because, hey, that's why the scripture we read in Isaiah 47, you know. They are wearied with all the counsels and whatnot they're having with the soothsayers, because, hey, pretty soon all their witchcraft is going to come to naught. Alright? And it'll be, right now they're worried with all the witchcraft and whatnot, because the prophets out here prophesying, all right, and the enchantments and whatnot is not working. The sorceries and whatnot is not working, where they could get us and stop us from prophesying this word. So the only thing will be left for them to do is to move carnally by shutting down the platforms and what have you. Okay, and physically removing us from off the streets and what have you, and bringing forth legislations and whatnot that we cannot go out on the streets to push this work, to push this word. All right. Yea, they shall cover their lips, for there is no answer of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. I have one last scripture here. Yeah, one last scripture here, which is actually in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14. Alright, and verse 22. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of Yahweh, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues call they peace. Alright? They call wickedness peace. Alright? Whether they say I rather rule in hell than to serve in heaven. These wicked, boy. Verse 22, for whilst they slew their children and sacrifices. This is our next big thing they into. This is our next big one, child sacrifice. Alright? Kidnapping, much children, they're kidnapping all over the world. Much children that's be coming up missing. And what did this do with these children? It torture the children to the point where, the adrenaline comes to a serious rush within the blood. And they drain the blood of these little children. Alright, because there's a thing in it called what? Adrenochrome. See how sick these people is? Alright? For whilst they slew their children and sacrifices and used secret ceremonies. Yeah, used secret ceremonies. Or made reveling of strange rites. Alright? They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another traitorously. All these things goes on, within the secret society and whatnot. Alright? Or grieve him by adultery, so that they reign in all men without expectation, blood, manslaughter, theft, dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, right, and perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind, right, these alphabetical people, changing of kind, man turning to woman, woman turning to man, and what have you, alright, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. For the worshipping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For insomuch as their trust is in idols, which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be heard Salakia. Howbeit for both causes shall they be justly punished, because both they thought not well of Yahweh, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. For it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punisheth always the offense of the ungodly. That's why these people has to be put out. These people has to be put out, shut out, and put away for good. Kal halayam la alahayana wa Yahweh ba'asham Yahweh Shai ba'asham rakaha kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching this truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so now more than ever, on the highways and the byways and on the unicorn. Shalom unto the speckled-bird Israelites who looks like the other nations but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. And shalom unto the very few but faithful Akawats. This is the Brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp in Trinidad, saying shalom. Hope you was edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. And New Esau Edom will continue to be exposed. Shalom.